Welcome back, guys. I'm going to break down the fight between Nyamjargal Tumendemberel versus Carlos Hernandez, which takes place this Saturday at UFC Fight Night, Macau, China. I'm going to go with Tumendemberel in this one. I just think he's going to be able to make this just a gritty back-and-forth brawl. He's got very good finishing ability. Finished, I think it's 7 of his 8 wins. He comes from a judo and sambo background, growing up in Mongolia. Grew up doing a lot of martial arts as a kid. Switched over to MMA when he was 14. So he's only 26. So he's been, doing MMA for about 12 years now. Like I said, young guy, only going to be making rapid, drastic improvements in his MMA game. Whereas Carlos Hernandez, 31. From what I see from him right now, he's all right. He's not the greatest guy, not the greatest fighter in the world. I just don't see him making huge improvements at this stage in his career. Tumendemberel, very good cardio. I see him pushing a really crazy pace. Not really saying much for flyweight. A lot of those guys push a good pace, but he mixes up his striking, his unorthodox striking with his takedowns. Great finishing ability, great submissions. He's gonna have the 4-inch reach advantage against Carlos Hernandez in this fight. Also the home field advantage. He's going to be fighting, just south of his home gym in Macau, China. So looking at Carlos Hernandez, he has good opponents on his record. Ray Saruya, young up-and-comer, 10-0, great fighter. He just kind of controlled him on the ground, nullified all of his wrestling and everything. And then Tatsuro Taira, not known as the biggest power puncher, more of a grappler. He was able to connect with the left hook and then end up TKOing Carlos Hernandez on the ground. He went tit for tat with Dennis Bondar, ended up getting a kind of a technical knockout at the end, kind of a weird ending, but was easily subbed by Alan Nascimento. I think the most telling fight on his record, though, is this Victor Altamirano one. Victor Altamirano, very similar style to Tumendemberel. They both like to throw, big strikes, mix it up, shoot takedowns, just kind of make it a very gritty fight, back and forth. I just think Tumendemberel is a better version of Victor Altamirano. I think he hits harder. I think he's got better grappling, better submissions. There was a lot of positions where Carlos Hernandez was defending takedowns by Victor Altamirano, or Victor Altamirano was pushing him up against the cage. I think Tumendemberel takes advantage of those positions, using his judo tosses, using his good wrestling. I just think that he'll be able to land the bigger shots against Carlos Hernandez, get the takedowns, make it really gritty, kind of wear on him, get a decision, maybe eventually get a sub, catch Carlos Hernandez sleeping. We have seen him get caught in submissions against the better grapplers. We've also seen him get hurt on the feet. So Tumendemberel, very good chin. Seen him take a lot of hits in his career. Haven't really seen him get rocked by any means or get put on the ground. He's got a decent record as well. Like I said, he's 8-0, undefeated, kind of the young up-and-comer. Has gone to a decision. Didn't look tired at all, was kind of pushing the pace the entire time. But decent competition. This guy, 27 fights, he put him out in like 7 seconds, just a brutal knockout. So I just think Carlos Hernandez, he's the more technical guy on the feet. He's going to be looking to just circle around on the cage and kind of place his shots, land his leg kicks, and I just don't think Tumendemberel is going to give him an inch. He's going to be, throwing big punches, landing power shots, throwing kicks, shooting in for takedowns. I think he's just going to be the more active fighter. He's going to be pushing the higher pace. So I see him taking this fight over Carlos Hernandez, probably by decision, but I wouldn't be surprised if he found a KO or submission. Thanks, guys.